Welcome to the Money Maze podcast. If this is your first time joining us, I'm the host, Simon Brewer. In this short episode, we'll be sharing a few highlights from the past year, both from the podcast and its wider ecosystem. Although we've said this for each of the last 4 years, it's been incredibly exciting. We've surpassed 2 million streams and have officially released over 160 episodes since starting the podcast in 2020. This has exceeded the expectations both of my good friend and co-founder Will Campion and myself. In the last few months, we've been lucky enough to have some great guests. Cliff Asness of AQR, Colin Kelleher, the chair of UBS, David Schwimmer, the CEO of LSEG, Mark Delaney of Australian Super, Anne Davis of BP and Marcy Frost of Culpers, and many more. And when we occasionally tack a little bit to wider subjects, we've also had the privilege of hosting some of the most significant figures within geopolitics, such as former UK Prime Minister Sir Tony Blair and the recently retired head of the British Army, General Sir Patrick Sanders. It's been great fun, and whatever your political views, having the chance to talk to a former Prime Minister was a great privilege. Alongside this variety of conversations on our main channel, we also developed our Money Maze Curated Podcast series, a spin-off show aimed specifically at professional investors, which is really about lasering in on their investment approach and the potential opportunities. These episodes offer detailed investment conversations, typically when the firm concerned wants to raise their profile. On this channel this year, we've hosted the likes of Samantha Ricciardi, the CEO of Santander Asset Management, Chris Dale, CEO of Kintbury, a European long-short, the Japanese firm Arcus with Peter Tasker and Mark Pearson, and we recently launched our newest initiative, Money Maze Multilingual. This is a spin-off channel for non-English speakers where we've used AI to feature a number of episodes which we've dubbed and translated while maintaining the original voices of both myself and the guest. It's a little sci-fi, it's a little scary, fortunately hasn't yet completely replaced me, but we've done this in French, Spanish and Arabic and we'll extend it further. As well as our spin-off shows, we have a corporate partnership program, and with those corporate partners, we host a series of very small events, often at my home, where we have a speaker such as Nikolai Tangen of the Norwegian Sovereign Wealth Fund, who came and shared some of his thoughts with a number of Europe's key allocators, where we had the chance to debate very interesting issues which are relevant to anybody in the money management field. Our corporate partners have also had the opportunity to feature on our Money Maze Curated Podcast spin-off series and have had the additional benefits of joining our network. We've been delighted to welcome firms such as Lansdowne Partners, Tikehau Capital, Prosec, Freshfields and CapGen this year. Our mission here at the Money Maze Podcast has and always will be to share, educate and simplify the worlds of business and finance for our listeners and viewers, be they professional or starting out. Be they people managing their own assets or advising on others. In pursuing the fulfillment of this mission, we wanted to make our channel free and accessible to anyone and everyone. So with that in mind, I'd like to extend a huge thank you to our 4 sponsors, Schroders, the World Gold Council, IFM Investors, and now LSEG, the London Stock Exchange Group, who recently joined us in October. With the support of our sponsors, the Money Maze Podcast has been able to continue running this podcast without a paywall. We also support 10 university business and finance societies, helping students who want to develop skills and knowledge and to propel them forward if they pursue careers in finance. I've had the chance to speak at a number of these universities and not only share reflections of being in the investment world for the last few decades, but also some of the great lessons imparted by our guests. These societies include Trinity College, UCL Investment Society, the 93% Club in Warwick, LSE's Business and Investment Group, the Universities of Nottingham, Cambridge, Edinburgh, Trading Club, as well as Birmingham, Durham and Exeter. We've also had a number of interns join us during 2024 who have worked really hard and tirelessly to assist us in our growth. So we'd like to have a shout out to John Lee, Ida Bridgman, Clemmy Meaden, Anton Schurd, Sebastian Williams-Ledbetter, Ewan Webb, Sam Webber, Jessica Diggle, Kieran McLean, Archie Gray and Tom Beggs. Thank you for your hard work and dedication. With furthering our educational mission, we've now launched Money Maze Learn, a dedicated section on our website categorizing previous episodes into specific silos. So if you're looking to learn more about real estate or private equity or private debt, you can quickly access the episodes which are relevant. If you look at Money Maze Learn, you'll see how it's been organized and hopefully find it very helpful. Our investment in video has also been considerable as we seek to reach new viewers in different formats. Using YouTube as our principal platform, we wanted to offer audiences the choice of a visual or an audio experience. And with our relationship with Spotify now having developed, they offer the episode on audio and video simultaneously. For those who listen whilst out with their dogs, on bikes, planes, trains and automobiles, please be sure also to check out our other presence on social media platforms, LinkedIn, X, Instagram, TikTok and Facebook, and check out our YouTube channel via the link in the show notes. If you'd like to suggest any guest ideas for the podcast in 2025, you can email us at info@moneymazepodcast.com and we can look into featuring your ideas. We've asked before, but please do refer the show to a friend or a colleague, and hitting the subscribe button is really helpful as we grow our audience as you listen to it on Spotify or Apple. With that, apart from thanking you all so much for making this possible by listening and watching, and for our guests who have appeared, and to our team, Oliver, Celine and Anna, who have helped us continue to grow this show and helping those of us born in an analog era make the transition to the digital era seamlessly, or at least we might hope that. So we'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and see you next year. All content on the Money Maze podcast is for your general information and use only, and is not intended to address your particular requirements. In particular, the content does not constitute any form of advice, recommendation, representation, endorsement, or arrangement, and is not intended to be relied upon by users in making any specific investment or other decisions. Guests and presenters may have positions in any of the investments discussed.